Hey, what is going on, everyone? Thank you for stopping by to watch another episode here at All I See Is W, where W stands for win. Today, I wanted to make this video to share with you my top 10 picks that can add so much value, as well as adding a bonus ticker that can provide significant benefits to your investment strategy. But before I begin, I'd like to inform you that all of the information I'll be sharing with you should be used as guidance information only. And anytime when you do make an investment decision, please do your own research. So here, this is Kobe. Kobe, say hello to the camera. Well, he's an old Shiba Inu. He's about 15 years old, but I like to include him in just these videos because his end of life is, who knows, a couple years in. So I just wanted to include him in videos that I produce because one day I'd like to watch it again. So let me go ahead and put him down before we get started. Now, the first ticker I wanted to share with you is APHA by the ticker APHA. As you can see today, the share price had gone up 21%, including 6% in the aftermarket. I was recommending this ticker at the share price of like $4, right? As you can see here, around November, early November, it was hovering at the $4, and it's gained about 200 positive proceeds. With the whole market sentiment going on, with new politics in place, I'm forecasting that companies in the cannabis sector will grow, and that is why a high quality based company based out in Canada, APHA, is going to continue to rise up. And my target price for this current company will be like in the $25 to $30 coming very soon. And the bull run will continue with this company. And what we know is that with the amount of exports with its product, it's been increasing the number of products based on the weight that they're producing. So that's a good sign. And we know that it's beginning to tap into the European markets, in the United States, and all other areas of the world potentially soon. So that's why let's not lose sight of what APHA can do for you. Now, the next ticker I wanted to share with you is a biotechnology company that's based out in Texas. This is a company that leverages fast farm technology. It's a plant-based technology where it grows plants and it takes the collagen from the plants with support from Texas A&M, where it gets collagen and uses that collagen to produce like the IBIO 201 subunit lichen protein, as well as the virus-like particle EVLP. So based on the current share price at like 154, I feel like this is a definite value add play where it can significantly bull run up back to its prior resistance up into $7. And I previously had iBio up to the $7 and didn't make any sale, but as you can see, it's been just trending down, and it's been like close to like 6 months now. It's been long overdue. So what we know is there's been a recent reverse trend going on, and that's why I feel like this is a great opportunity to get involved. And what we know is that with Joe Biden's news information, there's going to be $1.9 trillion added into vaccine development, as well as supporting the COVID-19 initiative. And that just tells you that companies like iBio can potentially get support from Operation Warp Speed. So let's not lose sight of what Texas A&M and iBio are working on. And what I really like about this company is the fact that Tom Isid is the CEO, who previously worked at GE Healthcare and other large-scale companies. And he had recently just assembled a very solid team to develop its finance and clinical program, along with adding Dr. Brenner as the chief scientific officer. And from a share price standpoint, I do feel like it's going to bull run up to the $3 and up to the $5, and then in the long term it'll reach the $30 to $50 share price range from my perspective. So let's not lose sight of what iBio can do for you. Now, the next ticker I wanted to share with you is Sorrento Therapeutics. I mean, I know there's been quite a number of investors who've been very impatient because investing in a company like Sorrento Therapeutics, this company's based out in San Diego, where Henry G is the CEO, and he's the type of CEO that is very driven to get things done. And people become very impatient when there's no news. But what we know is that regulations in the United States is very difficult, right? And that's a good thing for humanity because we don't want things getting approved right away, and you might have unsafe and ineffective products out in the field. And what we know is Sorrento Therapeutics is working on 7 COVID-related products stemming from diagnostics, where its diagnostic testing can test for COVID-19 with a low cycle time count, as well as having antiviral treatments, cocktail treatments, vaccine development. They have state-of-the-art technology, and what we know is QUBT, Covishield. QUBT is undergoing EUA, and until we hear EUA acceptance by the Food and Drug Administration, this ticker can bull run back up to its prior resistance. And look at the prior resistance here. This was hovering back to like the $20. And I firmly believe that it can definitely get back up to the $20 to $25 a share price range very soon, come Q1 or Q2 of this year. So let's not lose sight of what Henry G can do for you. And if and when the FDA provides a green light for Sorrento Therapeutics, this company will start bringing in positive return on cash flow by selling products all around the world, right? Like in Mexico, Brazil, the United States. So let's not lose sight of SRNE. Now I'm going to go ahead and pivot over to a very unique company. It's called VXRT, a San Francisco biotechnology-based company where it's focused on developing oral pill medication intended for the COVID-19, and with kids it has like a liquid form that you can take. So instead of taking a bolus vaccine delivery, all you do is just take a simple pill and it does what it's supposed to do, where you have immunoprotection against COVID-19. And what we know is that come this month we shall likely hear the announcement of phase 1 clinical trial results based on the 40 healthy patients that were tested with the oral pill medication. And based on news that we're getting now, there isn't like any like swelling at an injection site because there's no vaccine injection, right? And there's no like significant adverse event reporting with this product line. So from a share price standpoint, if and when the announcement takes place, I firmly believe that it can gain like by 1, 2, or 3-fold potentially. So let's not lose sight of what this San Francisco biotechnology company can do for you. Now, the next ticker I wanted to share with you is a very interesting company, and that's Inovio Pharmaceuticals, led by Dr. Joseph Kim. In fact, we had Joseph Kim present 2020 early March at the White House, where he sat around a round table speaking with the current president of the United States, asking for support, where this company is working on a DNA-based vaccine intended for the COVID-19, and that's the INO 4800, where the company had designed a construct of the design using the information from Wuhan at the time. So this company quickly got on board right away, designed the vaccine, and is currently in phase 2 clinical trials. And from what we know, Dr. Joseph Kim did note that this company will likely initiate emergency use authorization in Q1 of 2021. So that's a possibility where the Food and Drug Administration will understand that, hey, we perhaps may authorize the use of INO 4800 given the fact that it has clinical benefits as opposed to risk implications at this time. So from a share price standpoint, this ticker can definitely bull run back up all the way up to like the 30, 60, 80 to $100 share price range. And from an exit strategy, I'm exiting at the $80 to $100 with Inovio Pharmaceuticals because I believe in their DNA immunotherapy based vaccines, where they have 15 DNA vaccines not only intended for COVID-19 but other infectious disease such as Zika, MERS virus, as well as other infectious disease in HPV, cervical dysplasia, as well as glioblastoma with brain tumor cancer. And all of the data right now is showing clinical positive results. There's 15 products. There's 1 product in phase 3 clinical trials, VGX platform. And of the 15 clinical trials that are going on, most of them are in phase 2 clinical trials. So that just tells you it already went past the phase 1 clinical trials over here. And it has so much sponsorships and support from all around the world, whether it's from the private sector or from the government, like the Department of Defense and DARPA included. And I'm fully bullish with Inovio Pharmaceuticals because it's definitely long overdue. And from what we know, with the addition of $1.9 trillion that just is a good sign for companies like Inovio Pharmaceuticals. And this is part of the wave 2 vaccine distribution. So that's why I'm awaiting for DNA-based vaccine, because it's way more safe than RNA vaccines. So let's not lose sight of what Inovio Pharmaceuticals can do for you. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is a very hot disruptive company. It's a hidden gem company where I was recommending this ticker at the 3 cents back in like the late November, December timeframe. And as you can see, it's been beautifully just climbing up the stair climb step, where it reached up to like close to 6 cents from 3 cents back in December, once there was data about its peer review being released where it demonstrated reduction in intraocular pressure in animals, and that just shot up the share price by one-fold. But the good thing was it didn't drop back down to the 3 cents. It went halfway to its peak, and it's been accumulating, and just recently it bull runned all the way up to like 12 cents, and it's been decreasing slightly, but I feel like the accumulation will begin where it's going to fill up for a very big rocket launch similar to ZOM, and I'll speak to that very soon. And what I like so much about this company is that it is working with the University of Mississippi. What we know as University of Mississippi has been granted 50 years of just being able to grow and develop cannabis, where the federal DEA has provided a license, and that's why it's so beneficial for EMBI, because it has so much data to work with, right, when working with University of Mississippi. And what this company is working on is that this San Diego-based company has developed a bioengineered product intended to treat patients dealing with glaucoma. And what's so unique is that its drug product leverages cannabinoids as well as adding amino acids VHS and CBD VHS, where it makes the drug product hydrophilic to get into the eye, and that will reduce intraocular pressure. Now, one of the biggest unlocking potential is that this product can definitely provide neuroprotection, and there is no product out in the field for glaucoma that has a labeling for neuroprotection. And if and when Emerald Bioscience is able to demonstrate neuroprotection, the branding is going to take place, and this will create a new market share for Emerald Bioscience as well as in the eye treatment research sector. So that's why let's not lose sight of what EMBI is doing, and this ticker can potentially reach up to its prior resistance of like $1.20 back in April of 2019. We don't see it here, but it did reach $1 in like 17 cents back in April of 2019. So let's not lose sight of what Emerald Bioscience can do for you. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is a company that's specific more in the green energy sector, and that's called Blue Sphere Corporation by the ticker BLSP. Now, what I like so much about this company is that it uses agriculture waste as an input for it to convert that into clean energy. And this is very unique because when we look at a max range here, this company ticker was like in the 16,000, in the 10,000s back in 2021 January, and it's been just plateaued. But as you can see, the volume is picking up here in the year 2021. And what I know is that they're partnering up with so many companies in the United States as well as in Europe at this time, where people are actually buying their converted reused energy, and that's a good sign. And from a share price standpoint, let's say if you do a set it and forget it investment, let's say you put in like $1,000, $2,000, what if it reaches back up to its prior resistance like 10 years ago? That's really like a lottery ticket. So you can kind of consider this like as a investment where you don't really monitor so much if you're thinking long term, and that can definitely gain so much proceeds into your investment strategy. So I wanted to share Blue Sphere Corporation with you. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is a very hot stock, and this was one of my hottest picks of 2020 and 2021, and that is ZOM. This is a veterinarian-based company from Michigan, where it has a diagnostic product that's going to be released in March of this year, and that product is called Truforma, intended to be used on dogs and animals to test for hyperthyroid problems or hypothyroid problems where animals eat too much or too little. With the context of COVID-19 right now, there's an increased demand with this type of product, and given the fact that there's very minimal competitors in the veterinarian space, this ticker has just demonstrated to do so well. I was recommending this ticker at 7 cents right back in November, and as you can see, it climbed up to like 16 cents early December, and it's shot all the way up to $1.30 within weeks at the peak when it was January 12th, 2021. Although we see a downward trend here, I do feel like there will be some accumulation taking place just based on the volume right now. But from a long-term perspective, when Truforma is commercialized in March of 2021, then the share price can definitely reach up to like the $3 to $10 range, a broad range, because it's very difficult to analyze right now, just based on the fact that it bull runned up by like over 1100%. So let's say if you got in early when you listened, then I would highly recommend take profits, perhaps 80% profit, let your 20% run. But let's say if you're trying to take a investment strategy where you're trying to go long term and you didn't get in that low, you can play it up through March and see where it leads you to, right? And let's say if you're worried about that, then you can leave like a stop limit, stop loss. Let's say if it goes down by like 10%, 15, 20%, depending on your risk tolerance, then you can do that as well. But I would just recommend that you follow your strategy with Zomedica. And I know that this ticker has done so much for new investors, existing investors, so I just wanted to say congratulations to those who had listened to me with this hot pick. Now the next ticker I wanted to share with you is an interesting company, and that's quantum computing by the ticker QUBT. Although we see like a flat chart here, what I can say is that in the prior month it reached all the way up to like $25, and I was previously recommending QUBT at the time when it was hovering at $4. It went up by 500% just within like the last month, although it's been going back down to like $10.50. And that's why I feel like, let's say if you're an existing investor or if you're a new investor, dollar cost averaging down right now is the key to winning. Or let's say if you're a new investor where you do like, you know, artificial intelligence, quantum computing advancement, then this is definitely a great value add time, because the share price is very low because it previously just reached $25. And what we know is Congress has been approved to inject the economy with $10 billion in quantum computing, advancing artificial intelligence. And QUBT, the CEO, did recently announce a few weeks back that it plans on uplisting this company from OTC into the NASDAQ market. So that just tells you there's long-term goals for this company, and I firmly believe that this will be the future in transforming how we leverage technology through quantum computing and artificial intelligence. Now, the next ticker I wanted to share with you is a ticker that's been just bull running, and I was previously making videos on this ticker as well. RIOT Blockchain by the ticker RIOT. Today it's gone up by like 21%. Previously, back in November, this was like at the low $3, and as you can see, it's just bull runned all the way up close to the $30. I was previously forecasting that this share price will reach $30 to $50, and it looks like it's almost there already. So let's not lose sight of what a Bitcoin related type of company can do for you. Let's say if Bitcoin gets up to 50,000, 100,000 per Bitcoin price, what's the share price of RIOT? There's going to be a correlation, right? So that's why I would consider monitoring Bitcoin if you're investing in companies like RIOT Blockchain or Mara. So that's why this can add so much value to your investment portfolio. And we know that yesterday it took a slight little dip by like double-digit drop, but as you can see today, it's gone up 21%. So that's looking very solid for RIOT. So I'm still remaining bullish that it can definitely reach up to $50. So congratulations to those who listened and got in when it was at a very low cost, right? So you're gaining on significant positive proceeds by, you know, getting in when companies are unpopular, and once Wall Street knows about it, then that means you just capitalize on less positive proceeds. Now, the hot ticker I wanted to share with you Of these 10 tickers I previously shared with you, I've been involved with either currently invested in them or previously invested in them. Now, I haven't touched this ticker. This was recommended by one of my followers, and I just wanted to share this with you. So you know who you are. I just wanted to say thank you for sharing. And we're all sharing and adding value in this channel. So just wanted to give you a shout out and thank you for that. And this company is Sundial Growers by the ticker SNDL. From a technical standpoint, just by looking at how this company has been performing, it's gone up by like more than 12% today. But back in October 2020, the share price was at 14 cents. It reached a peak of 43 cents. It went back down. It accumulated to 26 cents. It popped back up to like 80 cents. It's been accumulating. Now it's popped back up to 68 cents. Now the question is, will there be a spike coming up here? I firmly believe that there will, because from a short, midterm, long-term perspective, investing in SNDL, it can definitely bull run up just with the context of cannabis going on right now as well. So just wanted to share with you this potential hot pick as a consideration. And overall, I had gone through all the tickers I wanted to share with you. And let's say if you are new to investing, I would highly recommend checking out the link down below for Webull trading account. It's a very intuitive trading app that you can use. I like using Webull to look at news as well as pre-market information and post-market information, and the fact that you can read other people's comments just to understand where this company is headed for whatever ticker you're searching up. You can do that as well, and it's very fast, and you could potentially own 4 free stocks if you open up an account. So just please make sure to check out the link down below, as well as some value add investment books that I left in the link below with YouTube here. So overall, I hope that this video was valuable and that it gave you additional insight with these current tickers. And let's say if you're unaware of these tickers, please make sure to continue to do your research as well before you consider investing. And just want to say thank you all supporters to my channel. And once again, please make sure to turn on the bell notifications for any additional content that I release, because I tend to just make videos anytime when I feel like it. So it's random whether I do it in the morning, evening, who knows when, but just take advantage of that. All right. And we're all here to add value, share information, and the goal is to gain financial freedom. So thank you again for watching another episode here at All I See Is W, and let's gain on the positive proceeds. Thank you all.